what's underneath Winterfell, inside the crypts. Winterfell is the ancient castle of House Stark, and it is incredibly massive. For thousands of years, the Starks weren't just northern lords, they were kings ruling over a vast kingdom. Winterfell is cloaked in mystery, but no part of it is more mysterious than the crypts. An outstanding amount of the narrative in the Game of Thrones book series is dedicated to the crypts, and we still don't know why. Some people think Rhaegar's harp is in the crypts, and will somehow prove that Jon is a Targaryen. Apparently, he took his harp everywhere, Winterfell included, but it has never surfaced. Some people think there's a dragon hidden there, and some people think it holds a special sword. While there's a lot of debate, most fans agree that the crypts hold more than just the tombs of Starks. So what's down there? Winterfell is built directly over hot springs. Here's a quote about it from a Game of Thrones, the Catelyn 2 chapter. The castle had been built over natural hot springs. The scalding waters rushed through its walls and chambers, like blood through a man's body, driving the chill from the stone halls, filling the glass gardens with a moist warmth, keeping the earth from freezing. Open pools smoked day and night in a dozen small courtyards. That was a little thing in summer. In winter, it was the difference between life and death. These hot springs are heated, the maesters say, by the furnaces of the world, which appear only in 2 other places in the entire world. Both of those places are associated with, you guessed it, dragons. Here's a description from The World of Ice and Fire, the Winterfell chapter. Hot springs, such as the one beneath Winterfell, have been shown to be heated by the furnaces of the world, the same fires that made the 14 Flames or the Smoking Mountain of Dragonstone. The 14 Flames are actually located in Valyria, where dragons were first discovered. The Dragonstone is where the Targaryens lived before invading Westeros. There's another interesting similarity between Winterfell and Dragonstone. Winterfell has gargoyles. As far as we know, those are the only 2 places in all of Westeros. The gargoyles of Dragonstone are actually described in A Clash of Kings. The comet's tail spread across the dawn, a red slash that bled above the crags of Dragonstone like a wound in the pink and purple sky. The maester stood on the windswept balcony outside his chambers. It was here the ravens came, after long flight, there dropping speckled the gargoyles that rose 12 feet tall on either side of him, and a wyvern, 2 of the 1,000 that brooded over the walls of the ancient fortress. What if the gargoyles aren't just for show? What if they actually had a practical purpose? Maybe gargoyles are used to bind dragons. And why would there be a dragon at Winterfell? As it turns out, it's not unheard of, according to this quote from The World of Ice and Fire in its Winterfell chapter. Yet the small folk of Winterfell in Wintertown have been known to claim that the springs are heated by the breath of a dragon that sleeps beneath the castle. The small folk aren't the only ones who speak of dragons below Winterfell. Mushroom, who was the court fool for some very important Targaryens, also thought there was a dragon underneath Winterfell. Mushroom was believed to be a lackwit, causing nobles to speak more freely around him. Here's one quote about his claim from The World of Ice and Fire, Winterfell. We can dismiss Mushroom's claim in his testimony that the dragon Vermax left a clutch of eggs somewhere in the depths of Winterfell's crypts, where the waters of the hot springs rose close to the walls, while his rider treated with Cregan Stark and the start of the Dance of Dragons. The World of Ice and Fire is written as a history from a single maester's perspective, so just because the particular maester dismisses Mushroom's claim doesn't mean that the readers necessarily have to. The crypts, where Mushroom reports dragon activity, is located directly beneath the first keep. Now, the first keep has Winterfell's gargoyles lining the top. Within its walls, the castle sprawls across several acres of land, encompassing many freestanding buildings. The oldest of these, a long abandoned tower, round and squat and covered with gargoyles, has become known as the First Keep. Now this brings up something interesting when Winterfell is burned down by Ramsay Bolton. During the fire, Bran is warged into his direwolf, who is in the Godswood of Winterfell. Through his direwolf's eyes, Bran can see what appears to be a dragon. The smoke and ash clouded his eyes, and in the sky he saw a great winged snake whose roar was a river of flame. He bared his teeth, but then the snake was gone. And interesting enough, when Bran emerges from the crypts, he actually finds that the gargoyles have been destroyed. The sky was a pale gray, and smoke eddied all around them. They stood in the shadow of the first keep, or what remained of it. One whole side of the building had torn loose and fallen away. Stone and shattered gargoyles lay strewn across the yard. But what's really interesting is in the books, Jon Snow has dreams that bring him to the depths of Winterfell's crypt. And then I find myself in front of the door to the crypts. It's black inside, and I can see the steps spiraling down. Somehow I know I have to go down there, but I don't want to. I'm afraid of what might be waiting for me, Jon describes in the first book. Let's also remember that when Ned is killed, Bran and Rickon both dream of him in the crypts, sad, saying something about Jon. This is an interesting theory to say the least. Let me know in the comments what you think about dragons under Winterfell. Do you think it's plausible? I really want to believe that Jon is one of the three heads of the dragon. I feel like he would be bonded with Rhaegal, named after Jon's father, Rhaegar. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks again so much. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks and take care.